Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the things people have heard about you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. I'm now going to show you your crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have Amethyst. And we have the Queer Tarot. And for pile 2, we have this red cat's eye. And we have the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. And for pile 3, we have Green Aventurine. And we have the Ethereal Visions Tarot. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this Amethyst crystal and the Queer Tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at things people have heard about you. So I'm first going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards on camera, and then I'm going to pull your tarot cards that you chose today. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. So we're going to start out with the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. So spirit guides of my pile 1s. May I please look into things people have heard about my pile 1s. We have Fire. I absolutely love this card for you. And at the back of the deck we have Manifestia. This is very juicy. I love this. And then we're going to be taking a look at the Shadows and Light Oracle deck. So spirit guides of pile 1. What are things people have heard about my pile 1s? We have the Sewer Mermaid with your sensuality is beautiful. At the back of the deck we have Shallow Grave with you miss someone. Some of you could have passed on loved ones here, or people may have heard that, you've had someone that you've lost and that you miss. So now I'm going to be using the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. So spirit guides of pile 1. What are things people have heard about my pile 1s? We have 2 cards here with Giving and Receiving. And we have Fearless Love. I'm noticing how both women here are in like a similar position. And at the back of the deck we have Live Out Loud. I absolutely love this card. Okay, my pile number 1s, with the Fire card starting off with your reading. And since you chose the Queer Tarot, this is a very vibrant tarot deck. I feel you're my pile of vibrant, colorful people. And this is what people say about you, have heard about you, that you're someone that lives life in color. You're someone with a bright personality, and that you have this fiery side to you. Some of you may have been said to be fire signs, or maybe people think you're a fire sign, or you just have a lot of this fiery energy within you. People could have heard about you that you are someone that is either creative, someone that is full of energy, that type of person that's like so full of energy. They're excited to do many things, many different hobbies, things like that. People could have also heard things about you to do with you being very confident in yourself, very confident in your sensuality. People could have also heard that you have a lot of hobbies and a lot of passions in your life that I'm hearing like a visionary energy, okay? People could have also heard things about you that you're someone that is feisty. I'm hearing you don't take BS from anyone. And there's this sort of confidence to you that people have heard about you, that you carry yourself with confidence and you have this seductive kind of energy to you, but also that you're magnetic. Somehow you always attract your manifestations to you. Okay, and there's something also here about you having a lot of beauty. Maybe you like luring people in like a mermaid here. That's the feeling I get. So maybe people have even heard that a lot of people are attracted to you or have crushes on you or would like to date you. People have also heard that you're someone that is on your self-love journey and you're learning to love yourself more. All the beautiful parts of you that make you you. People may have also heard things about you like you just stand out, you just shine, that you're very creative with your aesthetic and you somehow turn heads and pull off really aesthetic looks. I feel like people have also heard about you that you're someone that loves fearlessly. When you really love someone, you love them from a place of this huge amount of love. Okay, and I feel like maybe people have heard that you've lost some people in your life or have maybe missed out on certain opportunities to do with relationships. But when you love hard, and that's what I'm hearing here, that you have a heart of gold, because I'm looking at these rivers here of gold. With the peacock feathers here, I feel like you have that personality that stands out, and that's what people have heard about you. But also that you have this kind of energy where you want reciprocal connections. People have also heard that you're very fair and balanced and honest and trustworthy too. But also, I'm seeing the scene from Euphoria. I think her name is Kat, but when she started wearing what she wanted to wear, and she kind of had like this glow up in her energy where she started to become more fierce and confident and started wearing what she wanted to wear, not giving a F what people thought. Like, this is the feeling I'm getting from you of like what people have heard about you. That you are someone that is starting to shine out, that you're someone that is starting to stand out, believe in yourself, love all parts of yourself, because this card talks about, loving our body and treating it with care and love and even our sensuality. Okay, this card talks about how sometimes, people may have told us certain things about the way we look, but we take our power back from loving all parts of ourselves, all parts of our body. So this could have been things people have heard about you. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more small tarot cards, and then I'm going to use the queer tarot deck that you chose. So spirit guides on my pile ones. What are things people have heard about my pile ones? We have the Tower card. And we have the Magician. This is very, very interesting. I don't think this is a bad combination because the Tower and the Magician, I'll explain in a moment. What are things people have heard about my pile one? We have the King of Wands. And we have the Queen of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Okay, I'm hearing that some of you have been spoken about in a sense where you've been through really hectic situations, scenarios in your life here with the Tower. People may have heard things about you where things just seem to fall apart in your life at one point in your life, and it didn't look good. And I'm feeling like, people from your past may have heard about this, and the haters, they sometimes prey on our downfall. So I guess this is what people have heard. I'm not sure what this is related to. This could be, how we saw at the back of the deck, you missed someone. This could have been you losing out on a relationship, actually losing someone and grieving someone in your life that was very important to you. It could have been divine intervention in some way with the Tower where things were, Spirit is showing me the crystal moldavite and how, how they say moldavite takes everything that is not meant to be in our life out of our life. So for some of you, I see it was like divine intervention and something in your life that was not meant to be there long term was taken out of your life, or it was meant for you in those moments in time. Maybe you had lessons to learn, but it was taken out of your life because you were going to start a new chapter with the Magician here. So there was something in your life that fell apart or broke down. It's the energy of destruction before creation with the Magician. And the reason why I say these are not too bad card combinations is because I see destruction and creation, the Tower and the Magician. Ending, new beginning. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what happened to some of you, but I hear maybe even some of you people have heard that you lost your job or something just happened that was not great. But you picked yourself back up and you dusted yourself off and you tried again. And you created something different in your reality with the Magician card. I remember how we had that manifestation card at the back of the deck. I feel like the gossip and people have heard that you came from a low point. You picked yourself back up. You had strength in those moments. Okay, and then you created something different. You manifested your dream life, like the Magician. So this is a very empowering energy. A lot of people have heard this, have heard your story from other people from the grapevine, and they were very, very inspired by it. But I'm also feeling when this happened, some of your haters were like talking about it and preying on your downfall. But then when they heard that you're creating something different here with the Magician, that you're trying again, there's this sort of disappointed feeling. I feel like people have heard that situations can get you down, but you're always going to have the strength to start over, to try again. And people have heard about your strength and determination. I know we don't see strength cards here, but the dragon represents power and strength within. And I think you've been finding that recently. That's what people have heard about you. People may have even heard that you're a great cook or baker. And with the Queen of Cups here, we see her on this boat with a champagne glass here. Some people may have heard that you were traveling, that you were going on cruises, airplane, vacations, things like that, or that things were going well in your life. You were celebrating something, because champagne here reminds me of celebrations. And I'm looking at this card here and she looks really bougie. People may have even heard that things have gotten better in your life. You've become more bougie, or you've started enjoying the things you've created with the Magician, the manifestations that have come to you. You've started enjoying life more, living life to the fullest more, and really having fun again after these terrible moments that have happened in your life. So with the Queen of Cups, people have heard about you, that you're someone that is really kind, compassionate, a big heart, that you're a great listener. But I'm also looking at her pose here. People may have even heard that you're really photogenic. People may have shown photos of you and they've been like, oh, my pal ones are so beautiful, so handsome, so attractive. They're so photogenic. I'm hearing for one or two of you, they should be a model. But the feeling I'm getting here is that you've started enjoying your life again. You've kind of had this fire within you, this spark within you come back. And with the King of Wands here, I feel this energy of ambition, passion for life again. And maybe you started going after the things you want and really getting it, really attracting it with the King of Wands. I really feel that energy of ambition here. People have heard that you're ambitious and that when you really want something, you're going to get it. People may have even heard about your fashion style, because I'm looking at these two people here. Their fashion style looks really good. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards now and just see what else shows up. I feel like people just have started saying about how you've started living life to the fullest. You've started really enjoying the everyday moments, even in the mundane moments. It's like you seem happy lately. It's like this spark has come back to you. Spark of creativity, spark of passion, spark of adventure. We have the Hermit. What have people heard about pile 1? We have the Three of Cups. So with the Hermit and the Three of Cups, you may have started out this energy where people heard that you were isolating yourself or that you were spending more time alone, maybe healing from something or working through certain challenges in your life. Okay, and the Hermit card talks about going within. And we see all this darkness around her, but her clothes are rainbow and she's holding this lantern. So I see this as people may have heard originally that you were in some kind of dark situation, but you were trying to find the light again. And you were trying to find the light within you. People may have heard that you were trying to figure out your life, trying to gain some kind of awareness of where you need to go next. We have the World at the back of the deck, maybe going through some endings in your life. Okay, but then after this, it's like you found that light within you. You found the rainbows in your soul again. And there's some kind of celebration coming back with the Three of Cups. So people may have heard that maybe you started out in a very tough place. I'm not sure when this was, maybe a year ago. I'm hearing for some of you during COVID. I don't know when this was, but you started out in a tough situation, but you ended up celebrating. You ended up coming back better than ever, and that's what people have heard about you. I'm hearing some of you went through a journey of self-discovery, and that's what people heard about you. That you were finding yourself again. That you were rebuilding your life. It's like you went through some kind of divine ending in your life, where a new beginning was about to hatch up. They're showing me a little baby egg being hatched, a new beginning, a new life. But in order for this to be built up, it's like you had to rediscover yourself again. And that's what people have heard about you. Some of you may have been healing something big in your life, healing from chaos in your life, and going through some kind of big transformation in your spiritual or emotional journey. And you came back out celebrating again with the Three of Cups. Maybe got new friendships, maybe had new sort of people around you. And with all the orange here, I feel this sacral chakra energy. Maybe people have been talking about you having this sort of glow up, you getting your spark back, you being more comfortable with your sensuality, you being more confident in yourself, enjoying life more. That's what the sacral chakra is. It's pleasure, but also not just sexual pleasure, it's pleasure for life, you know? And it's also passion, it's also ambition. So this was what people heard about you. So what have people heard about pile 1? We have the Knight of Pentacles. What have people heard about pile 1? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Why are these cards doing this now? They're not straight. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. What have people heard about pile 1? We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands here. So the spark of life, that's what I keep hearing. You've got your spark back. After working on yourself for a while, consistently, and not giving up on yourself. And I feel this energy with the Ace of Wands. This glow up energy. Like, not just you physically, but this glow up of your life. Okay? This kind of energy of you just getting that passion back, you getting that joy back, that sensuality, that fun for life. And I love that the Wheel of Fortune is here, because the Wheel of Fortune talks about how sometimes we can be at the bottom of life, but then the wheel turns for us. We will always go back to the top if we're at the bottom, and if we're at the top, we can always go to the bottom. It's the full spectrum of life. So you experienced the lowest of the lows, but you went back to the top. And that is what people have heard about you. But it was bound to happen anyway, because you found your strength, as we see at the back of the deck. You found your strength within. And I'm noticing a lot of white and black around these cards. So white and black reminds me of the void space. I watched this reader on YouTube, Lexi the Leo, and she speaks about how the void space can sometimes be like this empty part in our life that feels really empty, but then we end up creating in there. Just like we have an empty wall here. We can now paint on this empty space. We can now create on this empty space. And that's the energy I feel here. You had like a blank space in your life of nothingness. But that blank space was where you created this kind of fire energy. Okay? And I'm seeing you really worked on yourself. You really balanced yourself out emotionally, physically, mentally. And that's what people have heard about you. So I feel a lot of people take inspiration from you. But people may have also heard that you're someone that is really hardworking. That you're really balanced and stable. And that you have some kind of divine fate guiding you on what steps to take, on where to go. Because, I mean, you chose the amethyst crystal. So you have some kind of divine energy leading you to where you're supposed to be. I'm hearing you have ideas that are really creative, that are going to get you far in life. That's what people have heard. But also, maybe you're stepping into your purpose with the Wheel of Fortune. Perhaps fated things have happened or fated connections have come into your life, and that's what people have heard about you. Maybe they didn't say fated, but you get what I mean. Like, let's say you met a friend or you met a new relationship and people are like, oh, my pal wants, that person really looks good for them. It seems meant to be. Or maybe you got a job you really liked and you're really passionate about, and they're like, oh, that seems like such a good fit for my pal ones, that kind of energy. So what have people heard about my pile ones? We have the strength card. So yeah, you build your strength back up. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and you never lost it within you. We have the Devil. So you went through really tough situations that made you feel like there were chains around you. Maybe even had some toxic connections in your life. But now you found your strength again. It was never lost. It was always within you. And you found your power back. So people may have heard that you were once in really toxic relationships and you somehow worked on yourself, and now you found something new with the Ace of Pentacles at the back of the deck. New connections that are actually healthy, or environments. This could have been a work environment too. So what have people heard about my pile number ones? We have the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you could have gotten new jobs, new opportunities started coming in for you, new beginnings with the Fool card here. So that's what people have been hearing about you, that you've been in this new beginning energy. Some kind of ending and new beginning. But you seem much more optimistic. You seem much more happy. It's like you have this glow around you, and that's what people are hearing about you currently. That you don't know where you're going, but you're excited about the journey. And you're now staying loyal to yourself and knowing your worth. That's what I'm hearing. We have the Page of Wands. We have the King of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups again. We have the Eight of Swords. What have people heard about my pile ones? The Death card and the Six of Wands. So I think that's all the cards I'm going to pull. At the back of the deck we have the Queen of Swords. I'm hearing that song by Megan Thee Stallion, I think, Talk That, SHIT. I don't want to swear, but I'm just hearing your spirit guides speak in that kind of language, because maybe this is just how people speak. Like, I'm hearing back on my BS. It's like people have said that you started at the real bottom and now you somehow made it back to the top. So there was this kind of space where you created something out of feeling stuck, out of nothing. That is really, really powerful. I think you don't even realize how many people are inspired by you. Because, people may have heard that you used to be really kind, really compassionate. We see this Queen of Cups card pouring her heart into this cup that you always gave to everyone you loved. But maybe these toxic relationships here taught you to have certain boundaries up with the Queen of Swords. It wasn't that you were too kind, too compassionate, too loving. It was just that you were giving it to maybe the people that didn't quite appreciate it. So you went through some kind of transformation with the Death card and the Fool, and you came back stronger with the Queen of Swords, and you found your voice. You're still this really kind, sweet person, but you found your voice and you found your power. And that's what people have heard about you. So you have no idea how many people are inspired by your journey. How you found success after being at a real low place. And not just success in career, success in all aspects of your life. You found happiness again. You found joy. This kind of feeling of like childlike wonder for the world. And you're now loyal to yourself. And you've also become much more intelligent and wise, I'm hearing. So I guess this is what people have heard about you. Like I said, people are really inspired by you and how you came back up, how you gained your strength, how you gained your power after being at really low points. So I'm also really proud of you, my pal ones. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pal number twos. If you chose this red cat's eye crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what have people heard about you. So you also chose the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. I'm going to first pull some oracle cards on camera, and then I'm going to pull your tarot cards after that. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So we're going to start out with the Shadows and Light oracle deck. So spirit guides of my pile twos, spirit guides of my pile twos. What have people heard about my pile twos? We have Lady with a Bosch egg with ancient wisdom. Very interesting. We have an extra card wanting to come out with ghosts of the past returns for a time. And we have at the back of the deck, Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl with Ghost People. These are not scary cards. These ghosts of the past talk about, and ghost people talk about, you know, how sometimes people around us can be from our past, but they can be like haunting us in a sense. Metaphorically, it's not a bad energy. It's more so this energy of like, with faceless ghosts, I see this as maybe people in your life from the past that were sort of empty, because look at these people here. They have no life to their face, but she has such red, rosy cheeks. These are like the type of people that kind of like are empty on the inside and they try to suck the life out of you dry. And this card also sometimes talks about things people have maybe said to us that stay with us in our mind. Okay, and I feel these are not bad card combinations with all of them together. The funny thing is, in pile 1, I saw an egg cracking with a new beginning. Some of you may be from pile 1. But I see this as with ghosts of the past. We see the people here in the background wearing masks. And this woman here is not wearing a mask. So people may have heard that in the past you had people around you that were not true with their intentions, that were not really being themselves in the world. They had a hidden intention behind it, hidden agenda, or they were just scared of showing their true self. But you, my pile twos, have always been those people that have taken off that mask and shown yourself to the world authentically, and that's what people have heard about you. But maybe they've also heard about the past people that have been around you, that said certain things to you or did certain things in your life that sort of haunted you in a sense. But this is not bad because you learned some kind of wisdom from this, with ancient wisdom. With this egg here cracking and the eye here, you saw something in these people and learned some kind of wisdom. So let me give an example of this energy. Let's say you have a friend. I know not everyone's going to resonate with the example. This is just explaining the energy. So let's say you have a friend that is always gossiping, always superficial, watching about other people, not caring about their own life. You know how they say certain friends that gossip about others will gossip about you too. Let's say this friend is toxic. They have hidden intentions towards everyone. They use people, they gossip, they lie, they cheat. I don't know. And let's say you were friends with this person for a long time and they started dragging you down because you started seeing that mask come off, and that mask they wore to the world was showing everyone that they were a good person. Maybe they had a good reputation. But when that mask started falling off, you could see maybe the emptiness behind their eyes. That they were kind of like, not lifeless, but there was no real love. And let's say you started seeing them for who they were. And then you started cutting them out of your life because you're like, I don't want this energy in my life. I don't want this toxic energy in my life. And let's say these people from the past were talking, gossiping, but you still were your authentic self in the world. And then maybe later other people saw them take off their mask, and then they started seeing that you were actually not wrong in that situation. And then let's say later you went on with your life, you started making new friends, and you started learning wisdom from your friends. And notification, I'll take that as confirmation. Let's say you started learning wisdom from them and you're like, why does this person act like this? Why were they so judgmental of everyone? Why were they always gossiping? Maybe you look into their childhood and they never had parents that, treated them well or loved them or anything like that. And maybe their parents were really superficial. That's all they cared about. There was no real love. And then you started to see, okay, so the way a person parents a person can influence them and their life decisions and who they become. And then you learn some kind of wisdom from that. Do you get what I mean? I guess the example maybe may not make sense to everyone, but there is some kind of wisdom you learned from the people around you, from your past, that were kind of like wearing a mask, weren't being their authentic self, and weren't being true with their intentions. But you learned some kind of wisdom from those situations from your past. Does that make sense? So that's something I see here of what people have heard about you. So I'm going to pull some more oracle cards. Let's see what else shows up. So we're using the Wisdom of the Avalon deck. So, okay, we have a card already. We have the Queen with woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, and friendships. At the back of the deck, we have truth. So what people have heard about you is that you're someone that lives in your truth. You're authentic to you. But you learn from the people around you. You are not a judgmental soul. You're someone that speaks your truth and you try to help others around you. You have this very supportive, loving energy. And as you have gone on your journey, you've maybe encountered people who are not the same, but you learned some kind of wisdom from them. People may have also heard about you that you're someone that is in your feminine, divine feminine power. Of course, this doesn't relate to gender. You could still be like a man with feminine energy, divine feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy. So you could have been said to be a queen, a king, a person with this power to them. Okay, you could have been heard to be really beautiful and seductive in some way. Someone that catches people's eyes because you live in your truth. And you don't mind dressing the way you want. You don't mind doing things you want, saying things you want. It kind of reminds me of the Barbie movie when Margot Robbie says something about, there was a scene I watched in the trailer that was like, doesn't everyone want to die or something like that, but she's just joking around, but she's being herself. So I'm hearing that people have heard that you're not afraid to be yourself in the world. You're not afraid to express your authentic self, wear what you want, dress the way you want, wear your makeup, your hair the way you want. Say the things you want, even if it comes across as, I wouldn't say awkward, but like even if people don't necessarily understand, it's like you don't need to be understood. You're just being you in the world. I'm hearing that these people from your past burdened you in some way, but taught you something great with wisdom. And with the red cat's eye, there is this confidence to you, this sort of seductive energy to you, but also confidence in yourself. And that's what people have heard about you. But there is also this romantic energy around you. So maybe people have heard like, oh, I have a crush on Paltu. I have a crush on Paltu. Like, no, I want Paltu. Like that type of energy. There's this romantic energy around you where maybe people have heard that like a lot of people want to date you or be your friend. Or a lot of people have said that. They want to be your friend. They want to date you. So spirit guides of pile 2. May we please look into what people have heard about them. We have miracles with ancient wisdom. Is that not cool? Ancient wisdom showing up twice in 2 different cards. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. We have Shamanic Journey at the back of the deck with Purpose, Attunement, and Vision Quest. I think this is a huge synchronicity. People have heard about you that you are someone that is really wise. And it's like this ancient wisdom within you. People may have even said that you're an old soul, that somehow you're like a young person, but you have an old soul. I know not all of you here are young, but that's the feeling I get. Maybe people even say that you look youthful, but you have this wise old soul. People have heard that as you went on your journey, as you went on your path, you encountered really difficult people in your past, really difficult situations in your past. And you cracked open like this egg. And as you cracked open, they're showing me like a geode that opens. Notification. Confirmation. You know when a geode opens, it's just a rock on the outside, but then there's this beautifulness on the inside. All these colors, all these shininess of a geode on the inside. I'm hearing like you cracked open like a geode. You thought you were breaking in the beginning, but you weren't breaking. You were opening up, and the beautiful shininess in you was starting to shine out. So what I mean by this is you went through really tough situations in your past or you had tough encounters with people in your past that may have hurt you, that may have made you feel like you were cracking open. But some kind of miracle happened where you learned wisdom from those situations and you took it and you rebuilt yourself and you healed yourself. You found your purpose, just like the shamanic journey here. I don't know much about shamans, but what I do know is sometimes as they go on their vision quest, it's not easy, but they find themselves through it. And shamans are healers. What I've heard is well, you can correct me if I'm wrong. What I've heard is sometimes they assist people and they give them some kind of plant medicine, and people will purge out. They will start to feel their own feelings, heal, and the shaman will guide them through that healing journey. So people may have said or heard that you have this healing energy, you have this wisdom in you, and you have experienced miracles in your life because as you went through those past situations, you rebuilt yourself, you cracked open like that geode, started to shine out, and started to rebuild your life on this wisdom, started to heal yourself. The miracles I feel here is maybe you went through really tough situations where other people could have gone through situations like that, but then never survived or never made it out, but you did. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting here. Somehow this King of Cups card was like in between that other Oracle deck, so I'm gonna take this as a sign. With the King of Cups, you've rebalanced your emotions. I'm now gonna pull these small little tarot cards. So, what have people heard about my pile twos? We have the Green Woman, which is the Empress card. It's like you grew through your pain. I'm hearing the song Lotus by Janae Aiko. And she basically talks about how a man came around and broke her heart. There were explosions, but then she formed into a lotus or something like that. The lotus is a representation of growing through our pain, healing through our pain. But you've grown here since we see this green woman with plants all around her. This is Mother Earth energy. So you may have an energy similar to Mother Earth, very nurturing, very grounded and down to earth. But also this energy of creation within you and growth. Because I don't know if you've ever seen Mother Earth, pictures of Mother Earth where she's like pregnant with earth. She represents that divine creation. So it's like an energy here similar to Pile 1 where there is first destruction, and from that destruction there is creation with the Empress. We see her, she's about to have something bubbling in this pot. So this is what people have heard from you. And here we see these two little figures here helping her. So I don't know, people may have heard that you have a connection to the spiritual realm. Okay, we have the Archer, which is, I just want to check which card this is. So this is the Chariot. The Chariot is all about moving forward. But we see this person here with this arrow, this very powerful strength. Okay, and this person is shooting an arrow. But what I love about the arrow meaning is they first pull it back and then it shoots forward. So I see that as like you first went a little bit backwards in your life to be shot forward with fast-paced movement. So you started out in a really hectic place with the past, but you somehow move forward really quickly. You somehow found your strength. You found that power within you, that warrior energy within you. Okay, we have the card, the Eight of Pentacles with skill. And this is the Wildwood Tarot. We have, what else? The Ten of Pentacles with home. At the back of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands with respect. So what people have heard about you is you went through really challenging moments in your life. The energy of destruction, but also creation. Destruction happened in your life and you created something from it. And you grew from it, but you also moved forward. And it's like you rebuilt yourself in a sense where you were even better when you started, if that makes sense. And those challenging moments that you've come from and gained strength from, people respect you now from that. People are inspired by your strength. And that's what people have heard, like this energy of like, oh my gosh, did you see what Pile 2s did? Like, it's just this intrigue, but also this kind of wow feeling. I don't know how to explain it. It's this energy of mastery. You somehow never let the things that were horrible in your life shake you. With skill, it's like I see maybe people have even heard that you're really skilled in the work you do, that you're really talented and gifted. And also with the Ten of Pentacles, I see this as like you've rebuilt stability within yourself, within your emotional field. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. So let me pull some more tarot cards. So spirit guides on my pile 2s. What have people heard about my pile 2s? We have the Eight of Swords. I love this depiction of the Eight of Swords because we see the anxiety being pulled out of this person, the stuckness being pulled out. We have the Strength card. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Emperor. We have the Magician. Okay, so the feeling I get from your pile is you found your inner strength, like I said, with the Strength card. You somehow removed the toxic situations from your life, the things that were keeping you stuck. I see it as, you know when a snake bites you and you have to suck out the poison? It's like you were sucking out the poison in your life. The things that were keeping you stuck, and you rebalanced emotionally. You may even have new relationships or connections in your life that feel more like home, that feel more genuine, and that's what people have heard about you. But also that somehow you found the wisdom from these situations, and some of you are helping others with the wisdom you've learned from this now with the Six of Pentacles. I'm hearing some of you are astrologists or tarot readers, or you heal others emotionally, mentally. Just take it as it resonates. But it's like you really came into your power and strength, and you rebuild stability for yourself. And it's like now you are stable, you are strong, but you are also able to help others that are in similar situations or scenarios. So that's really, really cool and interesting. With the Magician here, you recreated your reality. It's basically the same message here. So what if people heard about pile 2? We have the 10 of Cups, new connections in your life that are like really happy with the rainbow here. So maybe the wisdom you learned from it, you took that wisdom and you decided to create healthier connections in your life with healthier people. That you may have also learned discernment, how to discern those types of people that you don't want in your life. And that's what people have learned about you, because you took that heartbreak and pain and alchemized it and created something different from it. That's what I see here. What if people heard about my pile 2s? We have the 9 of Cups. So it seems you started having your wishes come true now. After these tough situations, it's like now the universe is being generous with you, giving you stable energies, more stable energies, where in your career, maybe you have more stability. In your relationships, maybe you have healthier relationships and connections now. It seems like you created power out of your pain, and you now have connections around you that are sacred, that are supportive. But maybe you've also started growing. We also see the lotus here. So there's this transformative rebirth energy around you that people have heard about. But also that you've started having your wishes, your manifestations come through, and you feel really satisfied right now in your life. That's what people have heard. So we have the Queen of Swords. So somehow you learn to speak your truth through this, through these tough situations. I feel like some of you spoke your truth to the people from your past that were hurting you in some way. And it's like you really shocked them by doing this, because you now know your worth. And maybe even with the Queen of Swords is about doing what is right. We have the Hermit. You found that light within you, and even though you were in really dark situations here, because we see this darkness in her coat, but you found the light within you, and you worked through that pain, but you also started speaking your truth more and doing what is right and realizing, I've seen people like that in my life, but I don't want to become like them. So that's what I'm seeing people have heard about you. Like, you had people in your life like that, but they hurt you, but you never became like them. You're still you. You're still yourself. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So you worked through your emotions, you worked on yourself for a bit, and now you've come back stronger. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. I see this as the universe helped you write a different reality from the one you were unsatisfied with. The reality you had before was like, meh. Like, it wasn't that great, but I see this as the universe helped you write a different reality, a different story, and some kind of transformation happened within your energy. And that's what people have heard about you. We have the Empress. So perhaps with the Emperor and the Empress, are some of you in some kind of new connection? New romantic connection with your divine lover, divine counterpart? But I'm also hearing people have heard that you've grown. You've started creating your reality with this bunny here. Bunny is fertility. Okay, and people have also heard that you've become more beautiful on the inside, but also the outside, become more attractive. Maybe you've had some kind of glow up in your energy, level up in your energy. But you've also started loving yourself more. The Empress I sometimes see is self-love. You loved yourself more with the pain you went through, and you cut those people out of your life and started inviting healthier connections into your life. We have the Four of Wands. So I see this as you started creating big achievements in your life, because it's right opposite the Magician. And that's what people have heard about you. We also have the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups. So it's like you're now celebrating. You've now become more passionate, more happy in your life. And it's like you're moving forward, but with strength. We have the Eight of Cups. You left those situations from the past behind. You've moved forward with the Chariot. You've leveled up in your life. You've been honest with yourself about what you want in your life. And now you're celebrating the outcomes of what you have rewritten in your story. You've become more magnetic to your manifestations, your desires. You've become more strong, more passionate about life. And you've become more confident in yourself, in your self-worth. So this is what people have heard about you, my pile number twos. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this green Aventurine crystal and the Ethereal Visions Tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what people have heard about you. I just want to say, if you can hear any background noises, there is a gardener outside busy gardening, so I apologize in advance for that. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm first going to go ahead and shuffle some oracle cards on camera, and then I'm going to use the tarot deck that you chose. So we're starting out with the Shadows and Light oracle deck. So spirit guides of my pile threes, spirit guides of my pile threes. What have people heard about my pile threes? We have Poe with time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. And we also have an extra card wanting to come out with Dried Flower Fairy with sweet memories. At the back of the deck, we have Candy Cane Angel with It's Time for a Treat. So now we're going to use the Starseed Oracle deck. So what have people heard about my pile threes? Spirit guides of pile threes. What have people heard about my pile threes? Two cards. We have Child of the Cosmos with the intelligence of the universe lies within you. We have Star Brothers with Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. And at the back of the deck, we have Earth School with life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Now we're going to use the Messages from Mermaids Oracle deck. So spirit guides of my pile threes. What have people heard about my pile threes? We have Re-energize. And at the back of the deck, we have Dreaming. Okay, so what people have heard about you? People have heard that you're such a sweet soul. Like with that candy cane angel at the back of the deck, you have this angelic, dreamy type of vibe to you. Maybe also ethereal vibe because you chose the Ethereal Visions tarot deck. And I feel here people have just heard about your dreaminess, have heard about your sweetness, how you're just so sweet when you talk to people. And people have also heard that you're a loyal friend, that you make people feel safe, and that you're just a trustworthy person to have in others' lives, okay? People have also heard that you have created some kind of change in your life. You learned something new. And as you created change and learned new things in your life from the memories you had, there was some kind of wisdom that was learned here that allowed you to connect to your intuition, that allowed you to connect to that higher self version of you, to allow you to create change in your life and learn some type of wisdom. So what people have heard about you is that you have found some kind of connection to the universe, your higher self, spirituality, or religion, and you have started to become more intuitive. But you've also been changing for the better, and that you've been learning new things to do with your memories. You've been learning really huge life lessons, but you trusted in yourself as you took these kind of decisions in your life that allowed you to change as a person and create change in your own life. With technology here, this may be people speaking about you on social media. This may have been where they heard about you, or they may have looked at your social media page. Something about that. Okay, so this may have been like people talk about you on social media, WhatsApp, and that's where they heard about you, or they looked at your social media, and maybe this is where they learned some things about you. Like if you posted about the things you've learned in your life, the wisdom you've learned, or if you've posted about the changes that have happened in your life, or maybe people have just spoken about it. But I also feel here you have followed the intuition within you. And as you did that, I feel some of you have been following your dreams. Since you chose the green Aventurine crystal, perhaps people have heard that you've been following your dreams. You've been following that intuition within you to create change in your life, to follow the things you want to do. Maybe people have even heard that you've become more lucky in your life, because the green Aventurine crystal is about luck. I'm going to pull some more of these small tarot cards. This is the Vanessa tarot deck. So, spirit guides on my pile 3s. What have people heard about pile 3? We have the 6 of Cups. I feel this visionary type of vibe from you, that people have heard about you. That you're a visionary, that you're not afraid to follow your dreams. And I think there's this inspiration coming through from others where they've seen you dream about certain scenarios or situations and actually create that in your life, create memories from what you once dreamed of. Okay, so that's very cool. So what have people heard about my pile 3s? We have the 2 of Swords, all about decisions. It's like you followed your intuition and you made some kind of decision that created some kind of sweet change in your life. What have people heard about my pile 3s? We have the Judgment card. What have people heard about my pile 3s? We have the 10 of Swords. At the back of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. So in terms of what people heard about you, they may have heard that you are a sweet person and you really trusted in some people around you, but maybe they didn't have your best interest in mind. Since she is holding a voodoo doll here, I don't take it as magic in a sense, but I take it as maybe these people didn't have your best interest in mind, but you were such a sweet soul, so loyal to them that maybe you didn't see it. Um, so I feel this energy that maybe people have heard you had to make some kind of decision to change your life, change the people around you, and create a change in your life where you make more sweet memories with people that are actually loyal to you, that are actually safe, trustworthy like you. So you learn some heavy life lessons around people that didn't necessarily have the best interest in mind. And since she's wearing, this red coat here, it reminds me of Red Riding Hood. When Red Riding Hood went to her grandma's house and there was that wolf that was acting like her grandma. So people may have heard that you had some people around you acting like they were sweet like you, acting like they were loyal, but they weren't necessarily. And you had to learn some kind of lesson from that and make a decision to let go of that in your life. To commit to yourself, because she's wearing a wedding dress here. So I see this as you had to make a decision to commit to yourself, to love yourself, to cut people out of your life like that. And I'm hearing maybe people have heard that you were alone for a while, working on yourself and, really learning what it means to be safe in your own body and really learning what it means to have people around you that have your best interests in mind. So I'm gonna remove these cards and pull your tarot cards now and see what else Spirit has to show us. Okay, so Spirit Guides of my pile threes. What have people heard about my pile threes? What have people heard about my pile threes? We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Two of Swords again. So a lot about your decisions, the decisions you've made in your life, the choices you've made. We have the Eight of Cups. So the interesting thing is we start out with all these cards here with the number 8 and we end up with the number 8 too. I don't know why, but I'm being called to read the cards backwards. Like this, if that makes sense. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the High Priestess right on top of the Child of the Cosmos card, which is really, really a cool synchronicity. And we have the Chariot card. We have the Death card, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So it's interesting that we see a lot of eights in your reading. So what I feel from your reading so far, you had to make a choice here with the Two of Swords to walk away from something with the Eight of Cups here, right opposite the Death card. This situation was not serving you, was not making you happy anymore, didn't have your best interest in mind. It was either people or an environment or a job, and people heard that you really just weren't feeling satisfied here anymore. There was some kind of negative environment here with the Five of Wands, of competition. So let me use this as an example. Let's say you had friendships around you and they were really competing with you secretly. Or let's say you had a work environment where it was a toxic work environment and you were trying to keep your peace, trying to stay ambitious, trying to keep going, but you saw nothing was getting better. Or let's say you had a relationship, a toxic karmic relationship where the person was always creating conflict with you. That is the vibe I see here. So take it as it resonates as per your own situation in your life. But there was some kind of negative environment here or negative people around you. And there was something here where you had to make a decision trusting your intuition because you were very, very disappointed in the past about this situation. And it weighed heavy on you, but somehow you never knew if you were going to find something better. But I'm looking at all these moons here. You had to trust your intuition, the High Priestess. You had to really read the situation and discern what your intuition was telling you, because it may have not been prominent to you on the outside, but you may have felt something was off. So let me go back to that example. Let's say you had a friendship and that person was in competition with you, but they never outright showed it, but you could feel something was off. And maybe you made a decision and you walked away from it. You ghosted them, cut them out of your life, for example. And later you found out your intuition was right, where maybe they were gossiping about you, for example. That is an example of the energy I see here. So you trusted your intuition in some way, and your intuition was right. And that's what people heard about you, that you made some kind of decision based off what your intuition was telling you, created some kind of change and transformation, ending a new beginning with the Death card, and left something behind for your own peace with the Four of Cups, because this Four of Cups talks about peace, and we see an angel delivering a message here. Okay, so people have heard that your intuition is on point, that you somehow just know without knowing. Yeah, like that's a feeling I get here, that you somehow just know without knowing. And with all the eights here, I feel you created some kind of change, but with that change came an abundance of something. So what I mean by this is, let's use an example. Let's say you left a job that was toxic, a toxic environment, and you left and you trusted your intuition, and you quickly tried to find another job because you saw you were trying to protect your peace, but the situation was volatile. I'm hearing that real, you know, that reel that's like you're in your home, but then you're in your family is like fighting with each other, and you're just hearing those noises. I don't know how to explain it, but it sounded like Mickey Mouse fighting. It was one of those reels. It's giving me that vibe, like you're trying to sit there and be peaceful and keep your peace, but everyone around you is fighting. So people have heard that you're someone that is really, you don't let your external environment change how you feel on the inside. So that's what people have heard about you, because it's like you remain strong in your own sense of self, even when your environment around you is, you know, falling apart, or when people aren't acting like their best selves around you. It's like you don't let that affect you, but you leave. So people have heard about you that you know your worth, that you trust your intuition, you trust yourself, you trust your instincts, and you protect your peace. And going back to my example of leaving a toxic job, let's say you left and you quickly got another job. And this new job gave you actually this level up with the Chariot card. Let's say, for example, you did that and you started working at this new job and it was much more peaceful in the environment because you trusted your intuition and you started using your ambition to work hard and move forward. And let's say you really got this level up in your career, for example, where you got a promotion here at this new job as a result of the ambition with the Knight of Wands. And then, I know this is just an example that won't resonate with everyone, but then you got more abundance with the number 8 showing up 3 times. So this is like the example I'm seeing. Somehow you leaving a toxic situation got you an abundance of something. So either an abundance of love, healthy love, or an abundance of money, luck, or an abundance of level ups in your life. Newness, happiness, joy, passion. It can be anything. But somehow leaving a toxic situation got you something better, bigger. So what people have heard about you is you remain unfazed. You carry on, you move forward. You recharge your batteries and you create change in your life. When you see something is not working out, when you see there's too many challenges, and you move forward and you use this ambition to create change, to create some kind of level up in your life with the Chariot card. And that you've been working really hard on yourself, on building your life and creating your life to where you want it to be. So let's see what else shows up here. I feel like people have heard that you've got your spark for life back, that you have protected your peace and you have peace now, that you've worked on yourself and your life has become much more adventurous, more fulfilling. We have the Tower card and the Seven of Swords. So definitely situations that weren't great. But the Tower card, I see that as divine intervention. Something had to end in your life for you to create and build something new in your life, for you to start a new chapter. And this is what people have heard about you. So what have people heard about my pile 3s? We have the Fool card, new beginnings. You took the key and you unlocked a new door to a new beginning in your life. And you stayed loyal to yourself and now the sun is rising again. You're feeling optimistic again. You're feeling happy, full of passion, full of this adventurous feeling of newness. Okay, and we have the Sun card. So people have heard that you look much happier now in this new environment you're in this new place, with this new decision you've made. Maybe you made a choice to take a leap of faith and follow your dreams instead of staying at a job that made you unhappy. Or maybe you made a decision to leave behind friendships, to start new friendships, and you're much happier now, or new relationships. That's the vibe I'm getting. That you're just much happier. You're glowing from the inside out. That's what people have heard about you. We have the Three of Cups, so you now have new connections in your life. And you now have this kind of celebratory feeling in your life. And this is what people have heard about you. That somehow your decision, using your intuition, created happiness in your life and created a celebration in your life. This overwhelming feeling of joy and the spark for life. What have people heard about my pile 3s? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like you unlocked a new door to something new. And the Wheel of Fortune talks about things turning in our favor. So people are now hearing about things turning in your favor. It once started out so chaotic and now things are turning in your favor as a result of this rebirth energy you've gone through. And you unlocked the door to your own fate. You changed your fate, your destiny with this decision you made. And people are very inspired because the situation was very challenging. You had to fight for what you wanted with the Seven of Wands. So I feel people being inspired by your story when they hear this. Like, what? My pile threes did that? People may have even said you're lucky for getting out of the situation and having things turn in your favor. So what have people heard about my pile threes? We have the Star. So the Star is all about hope, dreams, having faith in the universe, miracles coming, dreams coming true. So people have heard that you've started healing, you started working on yourself, you have some kind of new beginning here where more of your dreams are able to come true, where what you wish for is starting to come true, where miracles are starting to happen in your life. We have the Magician. So it's now, you're not at this place where you're stuck anymore or you're in challenging situations anymore. You're at this place of creating your biggest and wildest dreams to come true. And this is what people are hearing, that you're happy with the things you're creating right now. Some of you may even be creative, and this is what people hear about you. It's like you took this magic wand and changed your life completely. And that's what people are hearing about you. We have the Queen of Swords. So you've become someone, you were always someone very sweet, but you've become someone that is more in your boundaries. You protect your peace, you protect yourself. Okay, and as a result of that, you're much more happier now in your life. And you're doing what is right. You haven't become like the people that were shady and weird, weird energies of those other people. Because the Queen of Swords does what is right, but she also speaks her truth. So you've really found your power, your strength. What? Strength card, like that's so cool. That's what people are hearing about you. I'm hearing freedom. You're now free. We have the Ace of Swords. So people have heard that your mindset has changed too. You've become more stronger, more powerful. And what tried to break you down never broke you down. You just gained more strength from it. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. So where you once felt stuck, you healed. You found strength from. We have the Three of Pentacles. You planned your way out of the situation. And you created something new. And the Nine of Pentacles. Growth. All the hard work you've done on yourself and your life has now grown to your harvest. For you to harvest the work you've put into. The seeds you've planted in your life have now grown into abundance, luck, prosperity, of love, joy, happiness, celebrations. Okay, and this is what people are now hearing about you, how you've grown, how you stayed strong, and how you created something different in your life. And that you are now really lucky and abundant with all the things you've wanted to create, with all your dreams, all your hopes. So this is what I see in your reading, my pile number threes. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!